So this week we have the 2024 BMW i5 M60 XDrive. And
why do they make it so hard to remember?
BMW loves
they
to
love their
like
letters,
draw
huh?
out those names. They love to just keep adding things. It's just Germans in general. The Germans in general just love to keep
why can't we
adding
just call it,
names.
like the BMW like stealth?
Just i5.
Yeah.
And then you
i5
have like, you know, the M60 package or something. We don't just put it all on the back of the car. Anyway, this car is pretty fantastic. It's pretty fantastic. We had a lot of positive things to say about it, but it has a few Achilles heels that we need to share with you, because that might be the thing that makes you go, I'd still take it, or that rules it out. So stay tuned if you want to know why this car is so fantastic and why you also might want to think twice before getting one.
Okay, but I don't agree with any of this because I want one.
Oh.
It is a sedan, a nice large family sedan, yes. Electric vehicle.
That's right.
And it is lovely. So let's talk about the exterior. I mean, look at it. What's not to love? Do you love the exterior? We haven't actually talked about this.
I actually do. I actually like this.
I think it looks great. And I don't even mind. This isn't my favorite color, but I really don't mind it. I just think it looks really cool. I love the shape of it. It looks like a sedan, but it looks like a nice, sporty, fun to drive sedan. I like it.
Yeah, well, BMW design's been getting a little weird lately. And this...
You think this is weird?
No, I think this actually looks pretty good.
It looks really classic to me.
Yeah.
Which I like in a car. I love the front end. I like the grille. The grille's kind of funny, but I like it.
Well, it doesn't need a grille because it's an EV.
Oh, but it is a grille though.
Yeah. Well, BMW's got to do it, but it lights up too. Have you seen that it lights up?
No.
Yeah.
How are you gonna?
Yeah, the grill around the edges. Yeah, I'll try to show a shot at
like at night when you're driving and the lights are on. Oh, that's cool. The wheels look really cool.
Yeah, these are the optional 21-inch wheels.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of the Transformers.
The Transformers.
Yeah, don't they look like hands or like the Transformer symbol? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like the Decepticon?
Yeah.
Well, if
am I wrong?
BMW was a Transformer, it'd probably be a Decepticon.
Am I wrong or am I right?
No, I could see that.
The side looks cool. It's like very like sleek and swoopy, and I love the. Did you see the 5? I just noticed this.
Yeah,
there's a 5 there, and when you open the door, there's a 5 inside the roll bar.
You can show them we do the interior.
Okay, and then around the back, I mean, I love this car. It's very like sleek. It is exactly what I want. There's not too much going on. It's not too much extra like, ooh, let's do this and do this to be cool. It's like, let's just
do this
be cool.
This and this.
You know what? like the Ioniq. They're let's do all these 87 weird things just to be weird and cool, and it ends up not looking good.
Which you love the way the Ioniqs drive, but you hate the way they look.
Correct. And one of my friends at work just got an Ioniq.
Who?
Well, I don't want to say her name. I don't know if she wants to be
shouted
out on YouTube.
Out in the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, we're not like close friends. I just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, definitely don't shout her out now.
I won't. But she got an Ioniq, and I was like, oh, I love that car. I can totally see why you would buy that. But anyway, the back is like so cool. I feel like it's just cool and sleek, and they didn't like waste time or energy on. Like, I feel like the Ioniq people could have like taken 72 hours back and like deleted some things.
Oh, okay.
I feel like everything here is like well designed, just how you need it.
Purposeful.
Nothing extra, nothing like weird.
That's those
nothing
Germans
to be like,
for
let's
you.
make it look like a spaceship. Except for those Transformer wheels.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just saying, those are
like
pretty cool. I do. All right, you want to see the trunk space?
Yeah, check out the trunk.
And I actually, you know what I did when I tried to open this the first time? Guess what I did? What do you think I did?
Press the BMW.
Yeah, I pressed that because that's how the other one goes.
It was on the X2.
And so then I felt stupid. I was like, oh, I hope no one saw me do that because that doesn't do anything. Trunk is pretty big.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I'm not going to get in. Your stuff is there and it's kind of low. But I mean, not bad. Not huge for a larger sedan. But like big. I mean, it's pretty. It goes pretty far back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very deep.
But because the battery pack underneath.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a pretty big backpack, and if you squeeze that, you can kind of see like you could fit a few suitcases in here. And,
oh yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, you could definitely take it on vacation. Not like where you need like a whole lot of stuff, but a couple of suitcases and whatever. I don't think it's bad. How many cubic feet is it? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I'll put it on
You'll
screen
tell them later?
if
it big?
think about
small
it.
for its class? Big
I
for
would
its
say
class?
this is pretty decent. Remember, we had the Genesis G80 EV, which you really liked.
Yes.
But the interior, remember, was raised up slightly.
Oh yeah, so it had a small.
Because of the battery pack, and this avoids that.
Why?
They packaged it well.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Smart packaging,
well.
BMW.
Smart packaging. Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
Okay, so BMW styling obviously is something that has kind of, I'm trying to put it charitably, in many cases taken a flying leap off of the cliff of ugliness. And they have some models that look absolutely wretched. Now, the good news is, this isn't really one of them. the i5 and the 5 Series in general sort of hanging in there, but the i5 in particular in this M60 guise, which gets you the blacked out trim, the carbon fiber everything, you get the beautiful carbon fiber mirrors, and then inside, yes, we're gonna get to some great stuff that's on the inside as well. This is kind of peak 5 Series in my opinion when you're talking about mainstream 5 Series. This thing looks fantastic. I don't even mind the sort of pewter kind of normal color because the black accents and these amazing 21-inch wheels that we both loved, they are optional and they are pricey, and we'll get to that a little bit more in a second, but those 21-inch wheels look fantastic. This thing was a looker everywhere that we went. So it makes me happy as someone who thinks that BMW has made some of the best looking cars of all time in the past, that yes, their current styling is very hit or miss, to put it nicely, and that this thing, in my opinion, is a hit. Now, I'd love to know in your opinion, comment, down below if you disagree with me. We were both in agreement, and I think that's what makes our channel interesting, is that sometimes we're not. We're absolutely not in agreement. And whenever we are, I think it's worth noting, because that means that car is appealing to an incredibly wide array of people. And we both love the way that this thing looks. So bravo, BMW. It's nice to see you kind of like, really get it right and stick with your design philosophy. Now, real quick, before we talk about the EV stuff and the power, yes, I'm aware that the grille isn't a grille and it doesn't need to have a grille because it's an EV.
Cool.
Yeah, but it looks cool, it lights up, and it's part of BMW's brand identity. So it doesn't bother me at all. And part of the EV-ness of this is the pro and the con of the power and the packaging versus the con of the range and the recharge. So let's talk about that. Underneath the big hood of this i5 is,
it's loud.
Apparently the fans are spooling up, I'm not really sure why, is the beating heart of nothingness, because it's an EV. So I'm gonna close the hood real quick here because
it's so loud. Who knew?
Being very loud. Yeah, that is one of the downsides of this thing's EV nature, is the packaging of the interior. And I know a lot of brands are making this excuse that they are prioritizing passenger space and cargo space, so they don't have like a front trunk or something like that. It's still a little bit of an excuse in a world where Tesla and even Ford with the Lightning and the Mach-E have managed to incorporate a front trunk. So that's a little bit of a miss. Now, what's the pro of this thing? This thing has nearly 600 horsepower in this guise with 550 pound-feet of torque, which is crazy. But what makes it even crazier is the fact that you can hit the boost paddle on the steering wheel and it gives you, for a brief amount of time, almost 600 pound-feet of torque, okay? We're talking Corvette Z06 levels of power and torque in this giant family sedan. And that allows it to go from 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. So you are going to flat out smoke most cars on the road. And of course, we get to the driving. I'll show you that because I'm going to do more of the enthusiast perspective. But this thing is stupid powerful, all right? And a blast to drive. But before we get to the driving, let's talk a little bit about the range and recharge. All right, so the i5 takes its sort of recharge port pretty much where you would expect the gas to be in a car, so you have to back it in if you're going to a fast charger.
I know, I was gonna say, I feel like most of the time they're up front.
Yeah, so they kind of kept it in the same. It does the old style of fast charging. I think BMW is adopting Tesla's NACS port, but this one still has the older one. So no big deal there, but I told you there's a little bit of a downside of the range and recharging. We're gonna talk about this a little bit more in a second, but the range, if you go full M60 with all the, performance trim, is 256 miles. You can only get a maximum of this thing if you spec it for like the maximum range. You can only get a maximum of like, I think it's just under 300. It's like right at 300 miles. That is significantly less than the Tesla Model S and the Lucid Air, okay? So it's probably this car's biggest downside. Now, interior wise, which we'll get to in a second, the quality of the interior, the tech and everything, you would have to decide if that makes up for it. Now, if this is your only car, 256 miles is a little limiting. And the recharge, BMW quotes a 10 to 80% in like a half hour, I think. I'm going to cut to me at a fast charger, hopefully, if everything's working properly. I'm gonna cut to me at a fast charger and give you a quick blurb about that. And this is what happens when you come to the chargers and you have to deal with this. Good job, Electrify America. Sure, this is only taking like, 9 years to complete. So I'm at another Electrify America station, unavailable. We have 4 units, 8 chargers, 2 are operational. Way to go, Electrify America. You guys are awesome. All right, let's see how much we get. I was at 16% when we arrived, and I want to see how high this goes. I'm at a 150. That's so often at Electrify America, you never quite get what is promised, but it's still going up, still going up. Okay, looks like we're gonna top out at 137, which is clearly not 150. I mean, I'm no math teacher, but... Now, trials and tribulations aside, it does say on this 150 charger that it's gonna take approximately 30 minutes to get to 80%, which is what BMW claims, and unfortunately, the i5 M60 can't do much more than that. So that's kind of a bummer when you've gone through. This is the 3rd Electrify America station that I've been to, and I had to wait at this one too, and I can only top out at 80% at 30 minutes. I mean, I could go more, but it's probably gonna slow way down. So it's just an unfortunate thing about the i5 M60, considering Megan and I love pretty much everything else about it, and that kind of, you know, lower range and slow recharge speed, it's just a little unfortunate. Okay, I do like the fact that, you know, while you're charging, you can sit in here and listen to your music and it's all lit up and the air is blowing and stuff like that. It's like BMW prioritized the charging experience because they were like, we just assume you'll be doing this a lot. And I'm assuming that worked, but 10 to 80% in the best of conditions it's only decent, okay? It's only decent. You've got Hyundai and Kia and Genesis doing it closer to 15 or 20 minutes, which is much more kind of like reasonable for people that want to go on an extended trip. And then that's even considering that the range of 256 miles and the performance trim is just okay. I'll give you a quick comparison. The new Kia EV9, which is a full-size 3-row like crossover vehicle, I believe in GT trim, which is their high output trim, I think it goes like 260, 270 miles. And so that's like a little bit of a bummer that you get a full-size 3-row SUV that goes further than this thing. Do I personally care though, based on the way this thing drives?
No.
I kind of don't.
So I love the way this car drives. Like, love. Like, I just kind of want to keep this car. Because look at that gas. The power is like insane. It just starts so smoothly, I guess because it's an electric vehicle. Yeah. I don't know. It's so smooth and you have so much power and it's like so unassuming. Like you're like, zoom, and you don't even like realize it. I mean, it's awesome. It brakes perfectly. So this was what I didn't like in the last BMW, was that it felt too jerky to me and I didn't like it. This one, like I'm coming to a stop right now. Like, look at that smooth. It's just so smooth like butter.
And you're driving in normal mode.
Yeah.
This isn't even one pedal.
I don't know what that means.
In an EV, you can turn on where it'll brake itself.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
Which you don't like.
No, I don't like the way that feels. So, I mean, look at that. Just so smooth, like butter. I love it. So I love the way this drives. The acceleration is insane.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
It's insane. It's very comfortable. Like this seat is like very comfortable and it's very sporty. I feel like I'm in like I feel pretty like sporty driving this car.
This is the M version, so it's got all the sporty stuff.
Oh, okay. So that's what I like. Yeah, I love it. I love the steering wheel. It's got like the flat bottom. I don't even mind the middle thing because it's got the flat bottom. It's like the big fat steering wheel that makes
you kind of like BMW steering wheels.
I love them. I really do. Yeah, they're like the nice soft leather that I like, and they're very comfortable.
Well, because they're so big.
Yeah, the heads-up display is lovely. The gauges are all lovely and easy to see while you're driving. Like, I feel like that's cool. Just go in front of me.
The minivan pulling out in front of you is lovely.
Everything is like very user-friendly to me, I think, while you're in the car. I didn't have anything that I like didn't know how to work or know how to use or anything that I needed like while I was driving that I couldn't easily figure out.
Which is impressive because this thing is loaded with tech.
It is, but it all seems very... Now, we did have a BMW last week, so maybe like, you know, I'm getting in the BMW mode. Is that a thing that can happen?
The BMW mode?
Yeah, you know, like I understand a BMW now.
Oh, maybe.
Because we've had it twice in a row. But everything is very user-friendly. It's all very like super fancy looking, but like I understand it. So it's fancy, fancier than I usually do, but fancy and user-friendly. So that's okay. But like it's just so fun. Like it just makes you want to like I have fun driving it.
It's
a very fun car.
600 horsepower.
Which that's wild.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Is that wild?
That's
I just
wild.
thought it was wild.
In a family sedan, that's...
Is this a family sedan?
I mean,
it is.
yeah.
So I did take like 3 kids in this car the other day.
Tall kids.
Tall kids.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is very... One was a boy and he was like, this is a nice car. He appreciated it. So
Who was it, Sam?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's very comfortable. The back was very roomy. My 6'1" Ella rode back there.
Yeah.
And didn't even complain. Normally she complains when she has to ride in the back seat, and she didn't even complain.
We're doing space later.
Yeah. But anyway, my point. It's just such a lovely... I have no complaints.
Yeah, this is, I mean, this
No
is
complaints.
like one of your
I love this
favorite
car.
driving
I feel like
cars.
all the things I didn't like about last week's BMW, like, are fixed in this one.
Well, the X2 is, you know,
Yeah.
not the coolest.
Yeah, this one is though.
This one is mega. And it rides really well.
Yeah, everything, like it's, I feel like I love a floaty ride. It feels kind of floaty to me.
Well,
you don't like
can-
a floaty ride,
No, but you can firm it up. You can turn it into sport
see, I
mode.
like that you can change it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like that. I like feeling, it feels like very smooth over these bumps and stuff. Like I can go fast. I could be on a bumpy road.
And it has
It's just so lovely.
the adaptive suspension. So in sport mode, it's like, I like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I can make it how I want it. You can make it how you want it.
We'll do that next.
Oh gosh.
but that's really cool. It's also really quiet.
Yes. It's very quiet. And it beeps when you go back up, like, you know, like an EV has to or whatever. But yeah, it's very quiet.
Yeah, and like we're on that terrible road right
And
now.
I love all the sporty. I really like this red stripe right here.
The red stripe.
Yeah, right here. It makes me feel sporty.
Oh, the top center thing?
Yeah,
that's,
it makes
that's
me
a
feel
little bit
sporty.
much. That's a little bit
No,
much.
it's not. What do you... It's not the least bit too much. It makes
Well,
me
look at
feel
all the
sporty.
carbon fiber trim and stuff.
All the trim. You always tell me I can't talk about the trim.
No, I know. I was just, since you were pointing out the red thing.
So I can't talk about the trim, but you can.
Oh, okay. So,
No, it's great. I have no complaints. I love this car. I may keep it.
okay. So now should we
that's
talk
it.
about sport mode?
Oh no. Are you going to make me put it in sport mode?
No, I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes you make me do it and then
No.
it makes me so nervous.
We're gonna, when I drive it now,
It'll be
coming
in sport
up,
mode.
yeah, we're gonna talk about why I
Okay.
like the way it drives.
How do you even need sport mode? I just went from 40 to 48, like just like that.
Well, I'll do a launch it boost.
Is that
mode.
impressive? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Remember,
Okay.
you liked that? We had that on the Genesis that time.
I liked it when I was in charge.
Yeah. We'll do it in full-on sport performance boost.
On the handling, right?
No, we don't need to go down
Oh,
the Haley
okay.
road. No one's
okay.
driving this thing in like twisty tail of the dragon
Oh, okay.
type stuff.
Okay. Because it's still a sedan.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be a bit much.
Okay, that's what I thought you were saying. Maybe
No.
nervous. Okay, perf. I'm good.
All right, behind the wheel from the enthusiast perspective, and I want to talk about two things. The first is kind of obvious, and that's the performance. Because
You gotta warn
and there's the Hans Zimmer sounds. We'll do a full boost launch here in a second because I'm sure that's what everybody wants to see. They want to see that kind of stuff. But from performance driving, this has the adaptive damper, so I have it set in sport mode. And for me, this is as a daily driver, this is like the perfect balance between comfort and control. It's just fantastic. I drove with it in efficiency mode a lot, actually, just to maximize the range. And I didn't mind the softer suspension setting. I really didn't. Like, you prefer the softer suspension settings, and I didn't mind it.
Because they're not crazy soft.
No, it's not crazy soft, and it doesn't lose its composure. It still has that kind of, like, you know, essence of BMW, that sort of Germanic ride quality, which I really appreciate. And in sport mode, it does it even better. Like, it does everything even better. And one of the wildest things about the way that this thing drives is this is on 21-inch wheels with sidewalls they're like, the tire sidewalls are like this big. I mean, they're so thin. And I don't think I've ridden in a car in the past year, definitely not in the past year, that had this size wheels and that small of sidewall tires that transmitted so little road imperfections and textures into the cabin. Like, it is so refined and so quiet in here. It's unbelievable. Like, I love the way it isolates you in something like a pure EV. I'm actually gonna go this way.
I was gonna say, why are we going the wrong way?
I'm gonna go this way so that we can turn around and do a full, you know, a full launch experience.
Lab.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the other thing that I want to get to is the EV driving experience. This might have, and you know, it's hard to compare without driving back to back. This might have the best one pedal driving of any EV I've ever driven.
Oh, did you do that?
Yeah, I had it in one pedal driving mode and efficiency mode when I was driving to work because I work far away from home. Go check out my new channel. We plugged it in the interior part coming up, so it'll be at the end of the video as well. But I had it in one pedal, and it is so intuitive, so like easy to modulate. And here's the thing I like the best about it. When you're in efficiency mode, a lot of EVs will just totally nerf the throttle pedal. Like the throttle will have like almost no responsiveness for like most of its travel. So I was in traffic and this person kind of like darted over. People started acting like, you know, shenanigans, and it was not a good situation. And the lane opened up in front of me, and I was like, look, I'm gonna get out of here because someone's about to cause an accident. And so I punched it, and it's like the BMW recognized what I was doing and said, oh, I see what you want. And it just went so fast that I was like actually shocked. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was gonna take a much bigger prod of the throttle to get up to speed, and it didn't. It's like it went, oh, let's suspend the whole efficiency thing for a minute and I'll just give you the full 600 horsepower. I actually really love that because it's like, I was thinking this situation around me is not good. I want to get out of it. And I was actually concerned that I was in efficiency mode because I wanted to get away from those cars quickly. And the fact that when you push it down, the BMW throws efficiency
Still let you
out,
do what you need to do.
out the window and just goes, let's go fast. I think that is fantastic. I cannot emphasize it enough. In an EV, to get the efficiency and the one pedal driving and still have the ability to deploy your full horsepower. All right, now, speaking of deploying full horsepower,
oh, Lord.
this is...
Sorry for the camera work.
Okay, hold on tight.
I'm doing my best.
Boost mode, go.
Oh, jeez. Honey, you scared me. I wasn't ready for that. Whoa, good thing these seats are comfortable. I've just got a concussion. Lord.
3.3 seconds to 60 miles an hour.
Is that what we just did?
Oh, no, we were at like almost 80 miles an hour. Yeah, that is the power of 600 pound-feet of torque. So this thing
You're gonna like that video edit when you see it.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. As long as they get to experience the power.
Oh, I experienced it.
And probably a little of the Hans Zimmer soundtrack.
You probably heard my head whack in the back of the seat,
I told you to hold on tight.
Good thing it's comfy.
Yeah. So this thing has almost 600 horsepower and 550 pound-feet of torque, but if you hit the boost, which gives you 10 seconds of 600 pound-feet of torque, like that Mustang GT that just went by, smoke him. Like, he would have no prayer against this thing. And no matter how much we say that when we're talking about EVs, it kind of doesn't get old. And I think the proof is in the pudding with our channel right here, because I'm the enthusiast, you're the normal person, and you love...
I'm just a normal person.
Yeah, you're the normal person who's not a crazy enthusiast. Like, there's a Dodge SRT, Charger SRT, Kia Stinger, destroyed them. Wouldn't even be close. And no matter how many times you say that, it doesn't get old. It's so fun. And as I said a second ago, it's safety too, because when things are not going well around you, all you have to do is... And
not even a warning.
No. Well,
thank you. You're a little blurry, by the way.
A little blurry. It's probably because it's shaking around so much. The autofocus is having trouble keeping up. I can't say enough good things about the way this thing drives. It is fabulous to live with. I did not mind my new long commute. I didn't mind it a bit, and I would do it every day and never complain if it was in a car like this. So maybe it only gets 256 miles, probably closer to 200 the way I'm driving it, but I love the way that this thing drives. It is an absolute blast, and it's a great all-around BMW.
Okay, we are inside the BMW something. Do I need to tell them?
No.
Okay, it's been in this video. You know what we're in at this point. Okay. The wheel is lovely. I really love this car. Like, I really, really love this car.
You're
You know what I
becoming a
really love?
BMW
I
fan.
am. Maybe I'm a Beamer, right? Is that what people call them?
Well, Bimmer is
Bimmer.
the enthusiast way.
Maybe
Beamer is the yuppies.
Oh, I'm not a yuppie. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm a Bimmer. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm a Bimmer girl. And you know what I really love is all this like glass. And I know
Yeah.
you said that's like the upgraded package or whatever, but like it looks so cool. Like it's got the glass here and the glass here and all the glass. And you know what the vents are like not vents. Like they are vents, but they don't look like a normal vent. Like I couldn't even find them at first. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, they forgot vents, but they're there. They're just like up under here. Like in this, it looks so sleek and cool to me. I love, like I said, I love the wheel. I love the way everything feels. Like the materials, like I know this car is very expensive.
I mean, you can go ahead and tell them. We probably already said it.
It's
by
like $95,000.
Yeah, 95.4.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. That's like mind-blowing prices to me. So I actually maybe am not a Bimmer girl because I would want it like this.
Well, yeah.
And this a little bit.
Well, make sure they like and subscribe.
There you go. Yeah, like, subscribe a lot, and then maybe. But everything feels like the materials are so soft and lovely, and the seat is like, it like makes you feel like a race car driver.
There's one downside about the seats.
What?
What's the one thing they don't do?
Oh, they don't have cooled seats.
Yeah.
And I was hot. It's hot. It's hot as hot here in Atlanta right now. And I have been in this car a few times now where I'm like dying. And the first time I drove it, I was like, all right, where are the cooled seats? They've got to be here. And they're not there. Neither, there's not a cooled steering wheel, no cooled seats, no cooled nothing.
Why would there be a cooled steering wheel?
I don't know. I was just hoping.
That's not a thing.
I was hoping
you
it
made
gets
that
so.
up in a previous review.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think it'd be a good thing to have. Sometimes your hands get hot. I don't know what to tell you. Hot hands. I love all the materials. We've got all this like carbon fiber. Is it real carbon fiber?
It is real.
So real carbon fiber. You've got the like where the speakers are. That's
Inside
like this
and
metal.
outside. See?
Oh, I saw it on the outside,
Yeah.
but we're in the interior.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
But
it's
I
got
didn't really talk
carbon
about it
everywhere.
when I talked about the exterior. There's carbon fiber little things everywhere. The steering wheel is so cool. The middle is I feel like it's deeper. It's much more useful. Remember the other one had like it was not useful.
What, the X2?
Yeah, remember it was a
Well,
teeny
this is
tiny
a
little
much
thing.
larger vehicle.
Yeah, it holds the cup holder. It holds the Stanley. I mean, it holds the thing. I'm getting used to the drive. Like I got it now, and you press the button for park. I get it. It makes sense. I didn't actually use this circle thing.
That's iDrive.
I just think it looks cool, but I didn't actually use that. So maybe he'll tell you about that. The screen is huge and lovely. The gauges are like the one in the other one. They're like the half hexagons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I don't hate it. The heads-up display was lovely. It looks so cool. It looks very sporty. I love the red and black interior, and it lights up. Can you change the color? We have it set to hot pink, I see.
Yep.
Can you change that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just everything. Oh, I think the lock buttons are kind of cool. They're like buttons like inside the
Yeah.
glass. Like you don't even know it's a button, but it is a button.
It's kind of inlaid in there.
Yeah. Like so cool. I just love this car. I just really, really love this car. It's got a giant oh, where are we done? Sorry.
Well, no, but
Oh, there's a giant sunroof.
Yeah.
I just forgot to tell you that.
it also has a giant sunroof.
Yeah, giant sunroof.
You
Do you
gonna
want to
show
see?
The room in the back?
Yeah, I think it's big because Ella fit back there with no complaints. So
Okay, we'll check it
we'll
out.
see. Okay, I'm in the back seat, and like, this is the first time I've been back here. I'm actually like love this even more than the front seat.
Whoa.
It is super comfy. Have you ridden back here?
Well,
No.
no.
Why
I
would you
drive the
ridden back
car.
But it's like, oh my gosh, there's a charger right here in front of me.
And I think that hook is
Oh,
for
and
like,
what is this?
I think
There's
it's
a
the
big
thing that can
space.
hold iPads.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, because this is big
That
enough
is
that
so cool.
people get driven in these.
Oh, well, if I was getting driven in this, then it's very comfy. The seat is super comfortable, like bouncy comfy. It has the little thing, all the metal, like, okay, I don't see carbon fiber back here,
Not as much, no.
but the like cool speaker thing is back
Yeah,
here.
the grills are nice,
Does the middle part come down?
of course.
Yes, we've got the two steering wheels. Two
Two
steering wheels.
What are you talking
No,
about?
I just...
You just had a brain aneurysm
Maybe. I
there.
just had a little
What's
something
going
happen.
on?
I don't know. And as soon as it was like coming out, I knew it wasn't right, but I couldn't stop it. Two cup holders that are great right here. We have chargers here, and I get a charger here, and they get a charger there.
Yeah,
Which, like, if you're driving kids around back here,
you're good on chargers.
they need a lot of chargers. So I think that's great. Only two cup holders. You do have a kind of cup holder here, but, you know, those are kind of lame. This is great. This is great. I can understand why people want to be driven back here.
Yeah, well,
You want to drive me home?
Yeah, okay. We'll just have you ride in the back.
Okay, I'll drive back
Unfortunately, you
here.
have to film.
Oh, darn.
Okay, so my purpose in the interior is twofold. One is to show you how someone who is almost 6'6" fits into any car, and I fit in this thing fantastic. The seat and the steering wheel move when you get in and out, so this isn't even my optimal driving position, but I have plenty of space in this thing. The seat is, yeah, plenty of space. The seat is wonderfully comfortable, but I'm gonna point out two things. One, you mentioned as well.
It's not cool.
It's not cooled, and that is a bummer that you have to pay for that separately. Come on, Germans, don't nickel and dime us on all the options like that. The other is that
yeah, it's kind of wild to me that you could spend $95,000
right,
on a car
yeah,
and
95
not just
grand.
Come, yeah, that doesn't cover cooled seats.
The other thing is this has all the M Sport package and all that kind of stuff. But I don't understand why we don't get more special M Sport seats with all the M Sport packaging, because they're very comfy seats, but you don't really have any lumbar adjustment or anything like that. And luckily, I've got a messed up scoliosis back. That's not an issue. They're very comfy and I'm okay in this car, but it's sort of wild to me that you don't have cooled seats and you don't have all the adjustability that you would have in something like, you know, the M3 with the, you know, the special seats and all that, especially if you have the M Sport. So that's just a minor complaint. It's not a deal breaker for me because I really do like the seats, and you've got all of the tech. This has the Bowers & Wilkins audio system, which sounds unbelievably good. Okay, so that's fantastic.
You've been rocking out?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, you know, I like to crank up the 90s rap and act like I'm, you know, Notorious B.I.G. in like the Hypnotize video where he's on the boat, you know. Well, we can't say with P. Diddy anymore because he's, you know, he's in hot water now. Yeah. So yeah, let's not talk about P. Diddy. But like the iDrive system in here, I think it's wonderful. Like I am blown away by how well the tech works, how easy it is to live with, how quickly everything pairs. CarPlay is such a fast setup. You can get everything the way you want, and I'm inclined to think. Sorry. What?
I'm moving. I got a bite on the back of my ankle. It's okay. Sorry.
Okay. Well, it is that time of day.
I just don't want the camera to move.
The bugs come out and get eaten alive. And BMW offers like your sort of personalized identity in iDrive, and I would imagine, based on how well the tech works, that it would be very easy to customize this vehicle exactly how you want. So like, you could get in your identity or your ID, and like the car would just be a button push into setting it up exactly how we prefer. So if I want it in sport mode with the suspension all tailored a certain way, it's there. If you want it in comfort mode, it's there. Like, it's such an easy thing to live with. The other thing that you cannot deny about the interior of this car is the build quality. Like the carbon fiber trim, the touch points are soft, sumptuous leather. The steering wheel feels awesome. Sumptuous leather. The LED lighting looks fantastic. The head-up display, the screens, everything looks great, functions great. I was shocked by how well I enjoyed interfacing with the technology in this thing and how good it is to live with. I think that's a big selling point, honestly, because BMW and I think German brands in general sometimes kind of do tech for the sake of tech. And I feel like this, yeah, it's a lot. And there's probably things in here that, you know, you don't strictly need, but it all works really well.
Did your car guy friends like it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody at the shop did that, which, by the way, now's a good time to mention that I'm helping run another channel with another business. And so at the end of this video, I'll include a link if you want to go subscribe to that channel and see what a high-end automotive shop gets up to, mainly dealing with German brands, Porsche, but also BMW. Unfortunately, we didn't have a need to service an EV, but, you know, it is what it is. Now let's see how a big tall guy fits in the back. Now, at first glance, I am a little tight in here, but the seat motor's back when you get out. And I do think that because this is still technically a 5 Series, they prioritize the front passenger kind of space more than the rear passenger. Could I adjust this and still feel comfy up there while a person who is almost 6'6" could sit behind me? Yeah, I could. And the seat is comfortable.
It's comfortable, isn't it?
Headroom is not bad. I got about an inch to half inch here with the pano sunroof, so that's not too bad either. You got your vents, you got all that kind of stuff. I do like that you have the little charging thing and then this little mount here, presumably for like an iPad, so you could have your iPad screen here and then wire it into the back of the seat, which is pretty clever. So if you're sitting back here, you're definitely not in a penalty box and the materials continue on. I do wish, like you said, that carbon fiber continued on back here. But it is a very, very nice place to be. I mean, it is spacious enough that you could easily drive a tall family like ours to the movies and to dinner and stuff like that. Road trip, you know, maybe not, but you only have 256 miles of range. So like, what kind of road trips are you really going on? So in summary, would I recommend the BMW, or as I always say, this is what I always say in this segment, should you buy the BMW i5 M60 XDrive? Okay, this is a tough question because at $95,000, you are in the exact same price bracket as the Model S Plaid, especially now that EV sales are kind of going down, and the Lucid Air, okay? Now, both of those cars have a huge range advantage.
What's the Lucid Air?
The Lucid Air is a startup that is...
oh, that's like the name of the company?
Yeah, Lucid.
Oh.
And it's a really cool looking car. It has massive range, but it has sort of typical startup problems. Does the Lucid Air look really cool? Absolutely. Is it going to probably be as reliable as this BMW i5? Maybe not, because they're pioneering some new technology. So you have the Lucid Air, which kind of wins in the range discussion. You have the Model S Plaid, which is sort of your mainstream, or you could actually undercut the price of this and get a regular Model S, but then you lose some of the performance comparison that this thing has. And then you have something like this. I'm not going to include the Mercedes EQS because the Mercedes EQS looks like a poop. And so we're not going to talk about that
Like
because it is seriously one of the ugliest cars on the road. Sorry if you own a Mercedes EQS, but you could switch over to the i5. In that discussion, I might lean more towards the i5. I think the way it drives, the integration of the tech, the sort of decadence of the interior with the glass, the carbon fiber, the excellent leather and materials, I think gives it a little bit of a leg up on the Tesla and the Lucid. Now, to be fair, and because we always try to be super honest with you guys, because that's sort of the whole purpose of this channel, regular married couple reviewing cars. I have not reviewed the Tesla because they don't allow people to review them. You have to get a private owner to do that. So if you live in the Atlanta area and you want to let me borrow a Model S to review, would love to do it. But we haven't driven the Model S for the channel, and I haven't gotten a Lucid Air yet. I know the Air gets a lot of praise for its ride handling balance, so I would love to sort of compare that to this. I don't think if it's my $95,000, because that's a lot of money, that I could definitively say that I would prefer one over the other unless I drove them in kind of close proximity. For me, right now, I love driving this thing. I love driving this thing so much. It is such a great car to live with. And the biggest Achilles heel is that 256-mile range. The recharge speed doesn't even bother me that much because you can just get a 240 at home and then you're topped off every morning. I don't even care. But that 256-mile range in the best of conditions, to me, is just a bummer. It's just a bummer because this thing is just aces in every other way. So I think comparison is warranted, but man, I really like this BMW i5 M60 XDrive.
All right, now for Megan's magical wrap-up.
Megan's magical wrap-up?
It just came. Sometimes things just come to me and I just say them. Like, it might be a bad thing that I do, but anyway, I love this car. If you couldn't tell by listening to my commentary, I love this car. I didn't love the BMW last week. I liked it, but didn't love it, but I love this car. Exterior, I'm going honestly, I'm gonna go a 9.5 out of 10.
Wow.
I love it. What would you change about it? Nothing. I would change nothing about it.
Maybe the taillight's maybe a little bit boring, but...
Okay, I can see that. So maybe that's why it's 9.5. That's what I was already thinking. So I'm gonna go 9.5 exterior. Interior, what's wrong with it?
Cooled seats.
Cooled seats. Okay, so we'll go 9.5 out of 10 because of the cooled seats. Driving, what's wrong with it? Anything?
Driving-wise?
I see nothing wrong with it. You can do your thing, but
it's pretty fantastic.
I think it's awesome and it's so fun.
Yeah.
It was very fun. I mean, you saw how fast I went from 40 to 48. It's kind of wild.
From 40 to 48. Whoa.
Yeah,
crazy.
we're talking I say that because I'm not a crazy fast driver, but
No.
Even for someone like me, it's kind of fun to go really fast from 40 to 48. It kind of gives you a little thrill. So driving, I'm going to go 9.5 out of 10.
But what'd you take off?
I don't know, but
I thought you were going to say 10.
I know, but I'm nervous to go 10.
You built everybody
10 is
up.
perfection.
Well, you were pretty close.
9.
Built everybody up.
9.9.
Okay.
9.9. Just in case. What if I find a car that I'm oh, drives it even better?
What would be better?
Who knows? Let's see. What's next?
Something even more powerful?
So Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that. So we'll go 9.9.
Okay.
Maybe just 10.
Oh.
Should we just round up to 10?
I don't know.
It feels right.
Comment down below.
10 feels right. 10 feels right. I really did love driving this car. Anything? Do I do anything else? Space? Value.
Value.
Whew. I mean, like, my teacher heart wants to go like a 1 out of 10 because it's so expensive.
$95,000 is a lot.
95,000 is, like I said, wild. 95K is wild. But if I could afford 95K.
Now this starts closer to 70. It's just not.
Yeah, but
quite
like you
as
need
crazy.
all the glass and.
Okay, so you like.
Yeah, like
this
if
one.
I'm driving this car, it's gonna look just like that.
Yeah, you want.
Maybe a different exterior color, but other than that, like I love the interior.
Color.
Can you get cooled seats?
I'm sure. I think it's part of a package.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to find out about that.
So let's just say close
because
to
if I
100.
could get cooled seats, like then we need to go buy this.
Okay.
Is that a thing we can
Well,
do?
more people better watch this
Yeah, a
freaking
lot
video.
Like a lot more people.
Yeah.
Like we need to go viral.
Like it needs to go viral right now. Go viral.
Yeah,
Go viral.
Yeah,
BMW
like 100,
i5
like
review.
100 mil or something.
This is the #1 i5 review on YouTube.
Let's get Megan a BMW. So I love this car. I'm gonna go like for value. I don't know. Is it good quality? Is it gonna last a while?
I think you need to ding it because the range. Is not
yes, it
super
only
good.
goes like 250 miles.
56.
Which I mean, this is why.
It's kind of mid.
Yeah, this is the problem. This is why I like a PHEV better than just an electric vehicle because I like to be able to plug it in and have extra gas mileage, and not be so scared. It makes me very nervous. But I would be very fun,
But this wouldn't
tooting
be our
around town in
only
this
car.
guy. What?
This wouldn't be our only car.
If I spent 95K on it, we've lost everything. So yeah, it is our only car.
Oh, if we did, yeah.
Yeah.
We have no house.
For people who want to ride in the back and they have multiple cars. So no, I love this car. Value, I don't know. 5. I really don't know. 5 out of 10? I don't know.
That's a little bit much.
Is
I'd
that
say like 6 or 7.
6 or 7 out of 10. Okay. It's just very expensive, but like I feel like you get what you pay for. Like when I was driving around in that, I was like, yeah, this is me driving in my 95K car.
Yeah.
Like, and I felt like everybody knew it.
Oh, slow your roll there.
No, I just feel like people knew it. I feel like they were watching me.
They
Like,
thought you deserved
yeah,
this.
like who is that girl?
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Who's that girl? I feel like they were like, but anyway,
Are you gonna
I
wrap
had a
this
great
video up?
time. I am. I just love this car. It just gives me like such good vibes. So if you are in the market for a $95,000 large sedan EV, like check this out because it is chef's kiss. Worth driving. Worth taking on a little test drive for sure. Can you even test drive a $100,000 car?
I'm sure somebody can.
No, but not us. They would laugh at us if we went to do it, huh? Thanks
Are
for
you gonna wrap
watching.
this up?
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, subscribe like a billion times so I can maybe drive one of these one
How
day.
would they subscribe more than once?
I don't know. Like, share it with all their friends.
Okay.
We need some exponential curve going.
Yeah, do that.
Thanks.